Good day and welcome to my video presentation. This is Edu Sumiog, your presenter. Enjoy and learn. Today we have three major topics. First is role of managers, creators, buyers, collectors, and art dealers. Second is production process, pre-production process, production process, and post-production process. Third is Gamaba and national artist work and their contribution to society. And now, let's talk about our first topic. We will discuss the role of manager, creator, buyer, collector, and art dealer. Let's dive into each topic. Now let's talk about the role of manager. Art manager performs research, analyzes target markets, and consider the artistic requirements of clients. Most art managers are also the ones who hire, train, and supervise artists, animators, or cartoonists, illustrators, photographers, graphic designers, or other employees within the department. Art manager plans, directs, and coordinates all activities in the art department, executes marketing department objectives, specifications, and concepts to design advertising, media, print, and mail campaign materials. Being an art manager monitors projects and prepare reports that track and analyze productivity, trends, and other factors that impact cost. Manages the staff and evaluates and select any additional freelance staff. The role of curator. A curator is in charge of a collection of exhibits in a museum or art gallery and is responsible for assembling, cataloging, managing, presenting, and displaying artworks, cultural collections, and artifacts. Skills required. A curator must know how to research, has art, cultural history, and awareness, organization, project management, communication, presenting, and creative flair. The role of buyer. Art buyers find and purchase artwork to suit the distinguished tastes of their clients. If you are an art buyer, you are well versed in all types of art, techniques, and development processes. Keep up to date on art theory and criticism, and use this knowledge to evaluate the quality and worth of a piece of art within an economic framework. The role of collector. Any individual who owns as few as 2 or 3 paintings is considered to be an art collector. They say that art collector can play in every market. The collectors play an important role on the market, especially because they have the capacity to influence it in functions of their artistic choices. Art collectors can choose to select artwork by artist name, art style, subject theme, or any kind of piece that strikes their fancy. The role of art dealer. An art dealer is a person or company that buys and sells works of art with aim of making a profit. He or she is the middleman between the artist and people or institution looking to acquire work of arts, art collectors, galleries, or museum. Skills required. A great eye for art, awareness of trends, negotiation, communication and networking, sales, and finances. And now let's move to our second topic, production process. In this topic, we were going to discuss about the pre-production, production, and post-production. And now let's talk about the pre-production. Pre-production is the process of planning some of the elements involved in a play, film, or other performances. Pre-production ends when the planning ends and the content starts being produced. Production. The action of making or manufacturing from components or raw materials or the process of being manufactured. Artists birth their ideas when material manipulation is already underway. The execution of art may take a variety of forms such as painting, sculpture, tapestry, photograph, a routine, dance, or a track, or a composition, music. Post-production. Once an art is finished, it will then be decided on how it will be circulated, not only in the art world, but the many publics. Post-production is the stage after production when the filming is wrapped and the editing of the visual and audio materials begins. Post-production refers to all the tasks associated with cutting raw footage, assembling that footage, and adding music, dubbing, sound effects, just to name a few. Now we are in our last topic, Gamaba and National Artist Exhibit. And now let's get to know about Gamaba. The National Living Treasures Award, alternatively known as the Gawad sa Manlilika ng Bayan, Gamaba Lit Award for the creators of the country. It is conferred to a person or group of artists recognized by the government of the Philippines for their contributions to the country's intangible cultural heritage. And here are our Gamaba awardees. Ginao Bilog. Ginao Bilog was a Filipino poet who was recognized as a national living treasure by the Philippine government. Born on January 3, 1953, Bilog was a Hanono Mangyan who was a native of Mansalay, Oriental Mindoro. He was known for his efforts in preserving the Mangyan poetry tradition of Ambahan. Masino Intaray. Masino Intaray was a Filipino poet, bard artist, and musician who is a Palawan native known for his performance of the local traditions of Basal, Kulilal, and Bagit. He is also a recipient of the National Living Treasure recognition. Intaray was born on April 10, 1943, in Macagua Valley and lived Brooks Point, Palawan. Samaon Sulaiman. Samaon Sulaiman was a Filipino musician who is recipient of the National Living Treasure Award. The Magindanaon is known for his mastery of the indigenous Kutyapi instrument. Born on March 3, 1953, Sulaiman first learned playing Kutyapi at around 13 years old from his uncle. Lang Dulay. Lang Dulay was born on August 3, 1928 and died on April 30, 2015. She was a Filipino traditional weaver who was a recipient of the National Living Treasures Award. She is credited with preserving her people's traditions of weaving tinalak, a dyed fabric made from refined abaca fiber. Salinta Munon. Salinta Munon was a Filipino textile weaver who was the one of two recipients of the National Living Treasures Award in 1998. She was known for her Bagubo Tagabawa textiles and was known as the last Bagubo weaver. And here are the other Gamaba awardees. National Artist. Let's get to know what is National Artist. The Order of National Artists of the Philippines, Filipino Orden ng mga Pambansang Alagad ng Sining ng Pilipinas, is an order bestowed by the Philippines on Filipinos who have made significant contributions to the development of Philippine art. Members of the order are known as National Artists. Originally instituted as an award, it was elevated to the status of an order in 2003. The order is administered by the Cultural Center of the Philippines by the virtue of President Ferdinand Marcos Proclamation Numbers 1001 of April 2, 1972 and the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. The first award was posthumously conferred on Filipino painter Fernando Amorsolo. Larry Alcala, our national artist for visual arts, an editorial cartoonist and illustrator. Alcala's pen brought to life the cartoon series of Slice of Life in the Weekend magazine. Mang Ambo in the Weekly Graphic, and Kalabog in Bosho, the first comic strip where characters spoke in Taglish. Amelia La Peña Bonifacio, our national artist for theater, for her work in writing plays, promoting children's theater and puppetry. Bonifacio has been called the Grande Dame of Southeast Asian Children's Theater. She has penned 40 plays, 20 books, and 30 stories, according to panitikan.ph, and was chairperson of the University of the Philippines Creative Writing Program. She founded Teatrong Mulat ng Pilipinas, a children's theater and puppetry troupe based in UP. Ryan Cayabyab, our national artist for music. Mr. C is perhaps the most famous Filipino composer in recent history. He has composed musical scores for award-winning films, 10 full-length Filipino musicals, full-length ballets, a major opera, and a plethora of songs, including beloved classics like Tuwing Umuulan at Kapiling Ka and The Coconut Nut. A force for original Filipino music, he has spearheaded the Philippine Popular Music Festival and served as judge in talent show like Philippine Idol and Philippine Dream Academy. He leads the 7-member Ryan Cayabyab Singers. Francisco Bobby Manyosa, our national artist for architecture. If Manyosa is a name unknown to you, the same likely cannot be said of his iconic works. The architect, known for his modern interpretation of Philippine architectural design and use of indigenous materials, is behind the Coconut Palace, world-famous Amampolo Resort in Palawan, Pearl Farm in Samal Island, Shangri-La Hotel in Mactan, and the San Miguel Building in Mandaluyong, among others. For his pioneering vision and promotion of indigenous Filipino architecture, Manyosa has garnered many accolades, both locally and internationally. Grisel Mojares, our national artist for literature. Mojares is a multi-awarded writer, historian, and literary critic. His works include Origins and Rise of the Filipino Novel, The War Against the Americans, and the books about eminent Filipinos such as Vicente Soto, Pedro Paterno, Isabelos de los Reyes, and Trinidad Pardo de Tavera. He has won several national book awards from the Manila's Critics Circle and founded the Cebuano Studies Center, a library and a research center dedicated to Cebuano culture and history.